Hey guys, welcome back to our blog.
Hi everyone, hope everyone is having a great time at Youth Tech Health 2020. My name is Lincoln Mundy, I use he, him pronouns, and I am on the AMAZE team. And we're really excited today to talk with you about how AMAZE intentionally incorporates young people and youth engagement in our content production and dissemination, and just to make sure that our content is relevant and engaging for young people. So to start off with, I'm gonna share a little bit more about AMAZE. So AMAZE was launched in 2016, and so far we have around 110 videos covering everything from body positivity, to menstruation, to mental health, to even social distancing. All of our videos are backed by experts and are animated, and so far we have around 40 million views and 155,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is really, really exciting because we know that young people are looking for this information. They're looking for relevant and fun and actual information related to their lives and their bodies and their relationships. So we're really excited that young people are engaging with AMAZE, and our videos are inclusive and age appropriate, and they're all free. AMAZE is always free and will always be free. And we're just really excited to share with you today a little bit more behind the scenes about how we incorporate youth engagement in kind of all of the different lanes that we work on at AMAZE. Another way we engage with young people through AMAZE is through our social media channels. With over 155,000 subscribers, every YouTube video gets hundreds and hundreds of comments from young people, and we're really, really intentional about making sure that we respond to young people with the information they're asking for, and also ensuring that their feedback is taken into account. So if a young person leaves feedback on a video as a comment or something they would suggest differently, we make sure that our experts see that and hear that, so that all of our work is better informed by our community. Because at the end of the day, it's our AMAZE community that engages with the videos, that comment on the videos and share the videos. So we really want to make sure that we're kind of have a feedback loop, and they're not just talking at us, and we're actually engaging with our community members. Here are a couple of my favorite comments. I think one of the biggest perks of this job of working on AMAZE is just seeing the impact on actual young people. And some of these comments that you see on the screen of people sharing that they've never heard of this kind of topic in school, or that they wish they did. Some young people share a lot of their own experiences with the content that we're sharing, and also just ask questions. For Pride Month, we held AMAZE Pride Live, which was our first live YouTube event, and it went really, really well. We had a lot of young people join and comment, which they joined in. There was quiz questions that related to AMAZE, related to sexual health. There was ways for young people to earn prizes. They were able to talk directly with sexual health experts and get their questions answered right on the spot in the chat function, which is really exciting. And we're really, really excited to bring out more of these types of opportunities in the future. One of the biggest ways that we engage young people with AMAZE is actually bringing them on to consult with us and bringing them on as AMAZE Youth Ambassadors. We had our first cohort of AMAZE Youth Ambassadors in 2019, which was around 20 young people from across the country who shared with AMAZE team members thoughts and feedbacks on video suggestions, topic ideas, social media activations, and just really how they were feeling about certain videos. We gave them sneak peeks of videos, had training sessions from media workers, from animators, from therapists, from mental health people, and just really creating a cohort, a community of youth ambassadors who are intentionally giving their feedback every month, making sure that our content is, again, relevant, is useful, and is actually getting out there to young people. Our AMAZE Youth Ambassadors are 10 to 16 years old and represent many backgrounds, including LGBTQ young people. And as you can see, here's our first round of AMAZE Youth Ambassadors that we announced last year. And we're in the process of bringing some youth ambassadors on to our next cohort, and also welcoming on new youth ambassadors for the 2020 cohort. So definitely, if you're interested in learning more about youth ambassadors, reach out. We definitely are always looking for youth feedback and looking to intentionally engage with young people around our AMAZE content. So if you're organizations, or if you know young people who are interested in becoming more involved with sexual health or peer-to-peer education, definitely give us a shout. Awesome, so now I'm gonna introduce you to our AMAZE Youth Ambassadors. I'm gonna ask them to introduce themselves, share their name, their age, their pronouns, and their favorite AMAZE video. RJ, do you wanna introduce yourself first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Hi, my name's RJ. My pronouns are he and him. I am 15 years old, and Honestly, my favorite AMAZE video is definitely how the boner grows. That one was really funny, and I enjoyed that.
It's the song, isn't it? It's the song. It
Yeah,
gets stuck in my head literally every time I watch it. I'm just walking
every time.
around
Yeah.
singing the boner song. Awesome. Thanks for joining, RJ. And want to welcome Noah. Noah, can you also introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Noah. I'm 13. My pronouns are he and him, and my favorite Amaze video is probably the behind the scenes with the maze from 3 years ago, and it talks about the animation. I think that one is really amazing.
Yeah, that was probably like one of our first non-animated videos that we uploaded to the channel. So it's cool that people got to see a little BTS action. Thanks for joining, Noah. Okay, cool. Robin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Robin. I'm 15 years old and my pronouns are she, her. And my favorite Amaze video is the one with the penguins about gender expression because it's really fun and it was the first video that I saw.
That's awesome. That's a wonderful video made by Dee Boyd, who's an incredible animator. And that's another one that is constantly stuck in my head. And I think my friends probably have the song memorized, even if they haven't watched the video. Thanks for joining, Robin. And our last AMAZE Youth Ambassador that we're really happy to be in conversation with today is Maverick. Maverick, do you want to give yourself an introduction?
Of course. Hi, my name is Maverick. I use he, him pronouns. And I have to agree with Robin on this. My favorite is also the penguin video. I've watched it many times with my mom and sister and really whole family.
I think I just want to know a little bit more from you in your own words about like what is it like what's your work as an AMAZE Youth Ambassador like, and kind of what's your experience been so far? And maybe Robin, do you want to get us started on that?
So my experience at Amaze, we have meetings about once a month with people who work at Amaze, and then after each of those meetings, we have a survey about what we discussed, and we talk about the different types of videos. Sometimes mental health experts come in. We had an animator come in, which was really interesting, and it's so cool to see and look at the videos on the Amaze YouTube page and website, and then be able to go and give feedback to people who work there and then see our feedback actually implemented into the content that's produced.
In my opinion, one of the coolest things about being an Amaze Youth Ambassador is that youth are able to impact a field and a community which they feel is very important and actually can change things about the world. And especially on the YouTube side, I was able to take my skills and my research and stuff that I enjoyed doing and able to help Amaze get out there and have more people see it.
My experience with the program has just been awesome because it's just giving me like so many opportunities, like the Facebook Live that I did with my mom, and just it's really just amazing how I can help an organization, almost like better itself and like make better content and like good content, and it's nice to be supporting something that I myself believe in.
I would say my favorite thing about this program has been, as I've said before in our group discussions, but meeting everyone with similar interests and being able to change the way our generation thinks and looks at sex and sexuality, education, and for all of us just really being able to change how other people and educate how other people think and to explain and answer questions to them when they are confused and feeling down.
Why is it necessary that we have a free, open, kind of low pressure platform to talk about sex and sexuality and for young people to learn? Maverick, do you want to go? And then Robin and Noah.
Sorry.
Sure. So I think a huge part of it is at school. Yes, a lot of them have health class, but it's really only for a certain period of time, maybe not even a month, spending a month on it when you have classes, say 4 days a week. There's not a lot of time spent on it at school. And when they do spend time on it at school, it's only really about the actual physical part of it, like all the body parts and puberty and how we go through everything. But they don't really talk about the emotional aspect and how we might think differently and how we want to express ourselves from our minds. So it's really important to have something that's not just physical, but also goes into the emotional aspect.
So I think something that Amaze is doing that's really important and unique, contributing to the sex ed conversation, is that it's creating this content specifically for youth, not for health teachers, that youth can find and look at online. And then it has this community built around it where if youth have questions, they can send them into the Ask Amaze videos and get an answer in a pretty short time. or get an answer from an AMAZE team member. Or they can be an AMAZE Youth Ambassador and actually influence and shape the conversations on consent and body image and all of the topics that AMAZE covers. So I think AMAZE videos are so important for these health issues that are coming up because the content is for youth and it's helped to be curated by the youth.
From an analytical standpoint, what's really amazing, that's my mindset. What's really amazing about AMAZE's comment section is how much of a community there is. Like on most YouTube videos, you'll see comments, oh, hey, this is a cool video, awesome video. In AMAZE, you're having commenters asking questions, responding to other people's questions, answering, giving the information they know that isn't necessarily in the video, and then AMAZE and these professionals come and answer some of the questions and listen to all the feedback. So I think the AMAZE comment section is amazing.
Adding on to what Noah said, what I think is great about part of the AMAZE community is that normally on YouTube videos, most YouTube videos have like a couple comments of trolls and stuff, and on AMAZE, it's like Noah said, it's just a giant community of young kids and adults just wanting to know more information, and that's why they ask videos, and it's really great.
Why is it important that young people are in the fold when we're talking about these programs and these kind of different public health outreach programs? Yep, Robin.
I think it's so important that youth are involved in information regarding our health because I think sometimes channels that are dedicated to providing youth with sex ed are more designed as a way to throw as much information at us as they can before our attention goes somewhere else. But the really unique and amazing thing about AMAZE really creates a space where youth are drawn in, and once this space is created, there is a community, and youth don't need to be, I guess this information doesn't need to be thrown at us. We don't need to be sat down in classrooms and forced to get the information because youth will come to the space. This is information that's important to us. This is information that's necessary to us. And we see even in the community, in the AMAZE comment section, people are asking questions and people are engaging with the video because it really is important to youth that we get reliable and honest and thorough sex ed information.
All the claps, all the snaps, yes. It's like, what do you want people to know? People who are watching at Youth Tech Health who are leaders in the sex education and the public health and the technology space, whether they're at agencies or whether they're at YouTube or different companies that kind of directly impact our work. Like, what do you want them to know about young people and sex education?
I would say to follow in AMAZE's footsteps because the youth feedback really matters. These videos are targeted to the youth. All of the sex ed programs targeted to the youth, and our feedback is what can help your videos, your content, whatever you're trying to do to help the sex ed education community make it better. So I would say start your own program, start youth feedback groups, do whatever you can to get the youth more involved in your own community.
That was great, Noah. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you. And Maverick and Robin?
And I totally agree with Noah. And also ask the youth questions because we are the ones who want to know more about this topic. A lot of the times when we're with friends or in class, we might be embarrassed to ask some questions. But through these programs, you could really encourage and help the youth explore themselves and help their peers.
I think something really important for organizations that are creating this content for youth to remember is to create these spaces for youth, because if they're watching your content, they're going to want to engage and it'll help them gain a better understanding of it. And creating other spaces like through the comment sections or in the Ask AMAZE format where they can get their questions answered in videos is so important because in the end, this content is for the youth, and by educating the youth to stand up for themselves, it can only better everyone.
Well, that's how AMAZE does youth engagement. I want to thank all of our AMAZE Youth Ambassadors for all the work they put into the project and for talking with me today. And if you all are interested in learning more about how we intentionally involve young people throughout our program, definitely reach out and you can learn more at amaze.org and also visit us at youtube.com/amazeorg. Thanks.